Electricity Regulatory Authority. We are talking the future of Uganda's electricity, opportunities and expectations. As we all know, Umeme handed over to Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited. So as of now, we are under a new boss. So we have a technocrat here. Sir, you're welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I want to reassure Ugandans out there watching that what has happened is simply the asset owner taking back the assets. And the company, UEDCL, has been a company since 1999. And it has been operating in other areas, in the rural areas.
Yes.
So what it's doing is now just taking back the concession of Umeme after 20 years. You remember the history of the reforms is that the government, during the UEB times, wanted to bring in capital into the economy. So they got a private player, Umeme, who has invested over $700 million in the last 20 years. And they've expanded the network from 250,000 customers to over 2.3 million customers.
Wow.
Energy losses came from 38% to now 16%.
Wow.
And we feel we've matured as a country and that we can actually now distribute this power. So that's how UEDCL comes in. As a regulator, we've provided the money. We've actually lowered the tariff a bit to make it easy for Ugandans to access power. We've also put in a lifeline tariff.
No, the lifeline tariffs. I have seen there are people who are paying lesser units, fees for a particular units.
Yes.
And then there are those that are, for us, that are standard.
Yes. So if on average you consume below 100 units, your first 15 units, we charge you only 250 shillings. The first 15 units. If on average,
yes,
you consume below 100 units.
Okay.
So maybe most of you don't qualify for life. So the idea is to support the low income.
Yes,
households.
this is on a lighter note. Our former bosses, our ex now, Umeme.
So now, Masanyu, have you understood what he's actually trying to talk about? There is lifeline.
Yes, there is lifeline.
Because we need people to understand what we mean by lifeline.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. So that people can understand. So that when I go to visit my uncle deep down and I buy for them yaka, or when they send me their yaka number, rather the UEDC the light number, and I buy for them electricity, and I should not feel terrible that their units
they're getting more.
They are getting more.
Yes.
Why is it like that?
The idea is to make the tariff affordable and to protect omuntu wa wansi.
So kati mulimu abawansi.
Yes.
Kati muba determininga batya kwana ffe tuli mu Kampala wano nakyo tuli bawansi.
Embuuza before King interrupted nti twagulanga amasanyalaze. I think it's in the same line. Naye nga bwe tugulanga omwezi gutandika nga bw'ogula amasanyalaze.
These are two different. Let
me also submit that question.
Linda ko kuba kyembadde njaba maliriza bwe kyoliko nkimanyi ekyokuza units ez'amangu.
Asking is
how do you determine nti these are lifeline people? Bano bawansi. Bano bawansi, bano bantu bawansi.
Kati elimu system. Formerly the Yaka system.
Yes.
We know how much everyone is consuming per month. So we run our models. Kati omuntu, if on average per month you consume below 100, you get to benefit from the lifeline. If you are consuming above 100 units, we charge you the full price, the 750.
Okay. Kati echange kibadde kigamba.
But let me just demonstrate.
Yes.
Kati omuntu wa lifeline.
Yes.
Oba olina 15 units.
Yes.
At 250.
Yes.
Obazaamu, it is about less than 5,000 if you add VAT.
Yes.
Now that 5,000 shillings, how much is the Rolex these days?
Rolex yakenda
budget wa kenda bitano wano. Jiri mu 10. Jentero kujja.
Zile ba Rolex meka. Sisatu.
15 ba Rolex emusebo.
Mu 15.
Mu 15.
Esatu so zifuna.
Mu 15 ziba Rolex 3 ku ground.
Kati amasanyize goguza get 10. It can light 2 bulbs, a TV, and charge your phone for a whole month. So you can see that it is actually affordable for
okay. Kana kambuze ekibuuzo kyange kitegerekeke bulungi.
Yes.
Bakama baffe bali abagenze nga bw'ogula amasannyalaze kangeze ku mwezi leero sirumu. Today is April. If you buy today on 1st April, you're given more units. Kangeze nguzitaddeko amasannyalaze ga mutwalo nga basobola okumpa units zange 15 oba 25 oba 3. Singa era nkozesa omutwalo gwe gumu ne wayitawo wiiki emu oba in the middle of the month nengula amasannyalaze nekanga nti bampa units eziri slightly low. Units namwe mugenda zidistributing akasavu kanyama oba system nti muba omwezi oguba gutandika you give back. You're encouraging people to pay. How is it?
Encourage tukola pricing at the beginning of the year. Setting a chabaita best tariff.
Best
tariff.
Best tariff.
Best tariff.
Yes.
Then to call a public hearing, people come, and give their comments.
Okay.
But every 3 months, we adjust the tariff automatically.
Yes.
For changes in fuel prices, changes in exchange rates, inflation. So every 3 months, the tariff changes automatically. But also tariff service fee. It's like a fixed amount of money. So kati omuntu aguze at different times. Sometimes mutwalo ogwo tukujjako service fee, and sometimes in the same month tukujjako service because you've already paid for it.
No.
That's why the units keep varying. And that service fee, why do we charge it? Because imagine you're in your apartment, you travel, okay? Now we have to maintain that connection to your house.
What is the best time to buy?
There's no best time to buy.
No best time.
Just buy as and when you need to. Even if you miss 2 months without paying, the service fee accumulates in the system.
Hey, so the service fee keeps accumulating.
It's a monthly fee.
Oh, so when I take 3 months,
now when you will come and we'll charge you those 3 months.
Kadecheza ninzoteka kawo wemale myezi 3 nga stedde ku masanyalaze nenfuna akatwalo nendeka ku mwezi okumpa ayo 2.
Yes.
No butakuwa.
Yes.
Ne bangamba osasudde service fee.
Yes.
I
hope you've understood quite what the service.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question on that particular issue.
Yes.
When you say the reason as to why you charge the service fee is because even if I'm out of my house,
the transformer has to be there.
The transformer has to be there. I think a transformer never be longer. Sijikozesa
even if you are there or not, what you paid for is a right to
electricity.
Yes.
Okay.
At any time.
Let me ask question
again. As we finish that, at any time you have said on the same question. At any time.
King,
why do I have very many units on my lights, my yaka? But again, power goes. Katu, who pays for that?
But now that's a reliability challenge. And who pays?
Yes.
Who pays?
Who pays?
Yes.
In our system, we have penalties.
Yes.
To the UMEMEs, to UEDCL. When they fail to meet targets for reliability, they feel it in their pockets.
Oh.
So they actually feel the pinch.
Oh, they also feel the pinch.
We count the hours. And if they are beyond the target we've given them, we reduce their...
My question in that line. Singa ngula amasannyalaze gange ga mwezi ndiwe wakanze ka nenga agana amasannyalaze gange ga mwezi mulina monthly tariff service mugambye nengamba kati kankozeseeko leero nzijjeko nenzijjako nempumulamuuko bwe ngakozesa sparingire nsobola oyingira emyezi gyange 3 nga naguze nga nyingira buyingizi nga buli mwezi oguggwako bwetuyingira omwezi tezaffectinga zibeera mu mita yo kati wosasulira is when the tariffs apply. Kati kyeza bwe ngula ag'omwezi gange nengakozesa emyezi 3
wali buzibu
bwe nziramu ogula gino emyezi 2 ngisasulira service fee gye sisasudde gye maze nga siteekako.
Yokka. How much is the service fee though?
It's about 3,000 or 4,000.
Kiza bwe nteekako omutwalo mubamu mpaka 7.
Yes. Ate ku unit eyo kuliko ne VAT 18%.
Kati amubamu mpaka 6.
speak to those people and tell them about...
Now, again, our worries, as probably wind out, our worries are government of Uganda is very unreliable in service delivery.
Yes.
How sure are you that we are not going to suffer with you EDCL?
Like
as
our
regulators, as you the regulators assure us.
Yes.
When it comes to service delivery, in Uganda here, a few of the government parastatals actually are able to, deliver very well.
Yes.
So now, how sure are we that now we have not come from another co-wife to now the grandmother of the co-wife?
From a frying pan to fire.
Yeah, honestly speaking, how is that going to be managed by
ERA? So we see all these risks, but I can assure you that Uganda has the best electricity regulatory environment in Africa.
In Africa.
For the last 5 years, the FDB has ranked Uganda as having the most robust regulatory environment.
Okay.
With the stable electricity.
Yes.
Regulatory environment.
It is different from service, electricity.
Even service,
let's have it's different.
Well.
Yes.
For regulators,
For regulators, it's okay.
Yes.
But service delivery is different.
Now, what does that entail? It means that the utilities are properly regulated.
Yes.
And that's why Umeme has been one of the best performing utilities in Africa. It's one of only 2 profitable utilities in Africa.
Profitable, I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and they've invested in the network. So we're inheriting a fairly stable network.
Network, yes.
We've given UEDCL, like I said, over $100 million to invest. We've given them a new license with targets on connecting people, on reliability, on availability of power, complaints resolution, and investments. So we believe that it's a commercial entity.
Yes.
It has its own board. Most of the staff are former women staff. So I know the fears of Ugandans are well established, but we've tried to manage those risks, and we shall do our best to provide the best service we can.
And we are praying for you that you really deliver to our expectations and probably far beyond that.
And if we don't deliver, please get out the chiboko and whip us.
We go on social media.
Because now you see with power, it's so integral into our lives.
Yes.
That if it's off, you can't hide from the noise.
You can't.
Everyone will know the president. Hey, so we have to deliver. We have no choice.
I've actually seen ladies on the news saying, President Museveni saba tuyambe eno gundi yakuba da bajita bateyo.
Transformer.
But on a serious note, when it comes to transformers busting, I do not know how. I'm telling you, I'm telling you my worries. I'm telling you my worries. In the olaba umeme ebadde privately owned. Nga bamala wiki namba nga tewannaleeta transformer alala.
Kati mwabefuga.
Kati ate mwabefuga abali mu kintu.
Mwabefuga.
Annanyini.
What's the standard time that the consumer should know that within this time, transformer kuba, I expect to have gotten help. Or what do I do in case transformer kuba? How do we still have the same toll-free numbers, the same offices?
Response energy.
Yes. That there is not much change really.
Yes, so it's the same. You can walk to the nearest office if you can.
Office,
the former there's a WhatsApp contact.
Yes.
Same WhatsApp you've been using.
Yes.
Same call center line.
Yes.
0800 285 285.
Yes.
The same exact means. And if there are delays if you, let's say you have a meter issue, you call UEDCL, they give you a reference number, they promise you in 3 days we'll work on this, and they're not able to do it, then you report to ERA. You come to ERA with your reference number, and then we shall help you resolve.
So,
opposite New Vision, you can walk in, you can also call us, you can send us a WhatsApp, and then we intervene when the service provider fails to deliver service.
Nga tumulopa eno.
Nga mumulopa ku error.
Tumulopa nga alemeddwa.
Nga alemeddwa.
Swasoma yange neza era zetule kubanga nze mukuloopa nze mukuloopa ntandika leero okuloopa.
For example, I'll give you an example. Some people I'll tell you sir, some people buy things in bulk.
Yes,
you get it.
Yes.
You stock your freezer, you stock your fridge, knowing the whole month I am done. Just take a day. You buy different meats, different things, take care. And then, electricity checks. You call those guys. They tell you, we are working on it. The next time you call them until they stop picking your phone calls. No, before you know it, your things, you're not the old go back.
Busy food day. Enyama y'embizzi
kati ziwe bulumi bwangawo we buli awo
nange bwe bulumi embizzi etufaako
bwoli wa luxury olina ebintu byo mu fridge waliwo olinga atunda nanansi ebyo and then the power chucks like that.
Nibagana okutiriza transformers, so you can't hear from them. It is been
so the challenge is that when the concession was ending, you know the way the business model works is you borrow money, you invest, then you recover money through the tariff. But as the concession comes, like when you're employed, a contract you guako. Few banks are willing to lend you money.
Yes.
Because you're more risky. So that's what has been happening.
Oh yeah.
With Umeme.
Yes.
So towards the end, the investments went down because you have to invest in the network to improve reliability.
Yes.
But with UEDCL being a government agency, many are actually willing to lend it because it's a secure business to lend to the government. But if there are issues with your power supply and UEDCL is not responsive, you can call us on 0200 50 6000.
Akanama nange nkalinamu interest nange kanka tulope eno gye tulopa nga biganyi ate okulaga nti tukola okulopa tutandika leero.
Let me help you Ugandans very very
well.
I'm first going to give you UEDCL toll-free lines. Now, this is where you call in case power has gone, has broken, or whatever it is. Then when you call them, they give you a reference number.
Yes.
Don't call error if you don't have a reference number.
Yes.
So what happens is that client a reference number error without a reference number. So let me read you first UEDCL.
Yes.
Abapya. Now the numbers is 0800 25 82 85. Another one 0800 38 53 85. The last one 0800 28 03 88. Now you can visit them nearest offices in social media platforms EDCL, or you can send them an email internet.
Yes.
At contact@uedcl.co.ug. The word contact in small letters. Now you use your WhatsApp and social media handles as well. Now eno jetulopa
biganye
nga biganye
bakwematirideko baluddewo tetusobola tambula obutambuzi kubanga okulopa kuno
kuluma. Yes, you can also walk in
bu office
offices Era House opposite New Vision
muyineemu
Lugogo tunane endala wano ku Shimoni Road. Yes.
Okay.
2 offices, but also have regional offices in Mbale, Gulu, and in Barara.
All right. Okay. Yes. So let's have this toll-free number. It is 0200 50 6 000. 0200 50 6 000. or info@era.go.ug.
Interesting.
We assure you that we'll be able to help you resolve the issues.
But also, as Ugandans, let's put our trust in also our government. Because they've done quite a
we trust our government. That's why we're still living in it.
What options do you have?
Okay, this is
the good news is, I mean, when the just have say, batandikidde walungi si bwabyawe tutandikidde
mukamange waliwo n'ekibuuzo kati nsazeewo nkolere ku bantu kyekisembayo nsazeewo nkolere ku bantu. Someone is asking, according to the published article in one of the dailies, Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited absorbed 91%, that is 91.6% of Umeme workers, which is a very good number. What is left for 8.4 Ugandans who have lost their jobs? Balime?
No, just to encourage, because the policy of the government was to take on as many Umeme people as possible. So all the jobs which were created came, all the Umeme people, most of them have transferred. But unfortunately, a few people
lost their jobs.
Yes. But just to encourage everyone who didn't go through that, this is not the end of the world.
Yes.
Like I've told you, the sector is still very young
and growing.
This sector is revenues of this sector are $700 million per year. And that figure grows at 10% per year. So beyond UEDCL, beyond Umeme, we have contractors, all these companies providing services to the sector. So there is opportunity. Don't be discouraged. Keep applying, keep trying. And we believe as the sector grows, many of these people will be reabsorbed.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you. Our time is far spent. We may not exhaust all the questions.
Yes, my last remarks. Cooking tariff.
Cooking tariff. Mutugoba kunku namanda.
Kati, the people who are able to use power to cook.
Yes, we all want to use power.
The ones who consume between 80 units to 150 kilowatt hours.
Yes.
Remember I told you the normal tariff is 756?
Yes.
For that band, if you consume between 80 and 150, the rate is 412.
Wait a minute, singaji watandikidde. But tufumba ku masanyalaze gabaga sente ntono.
Yes, so it is actually cheaper to use power rather than charcoal.
Of course.
You made it cheaper.
So
wait a
minute. So
there
is a cooking
tariff. Masanyu.
Yes.
Also, now electricity is at 400.
Yes.
So
that means if you're applying for power, do you apply for it differently, the cooking tariff?
No, we want you to use your cookers, your pressure cookers to cook so that your consumption is beyond 80. You only benefit once you go above 80 units.
Once you go above
we cannot go past we cannot go past this. We cannot go past this, Diana. Time is fast spent.
How much are they looking at?
For the 8 is about 750 by 8. That's how much.
Okay. Guys, allow us, please. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you very
I hope
much.
you've done justice to this topic. But we're going to be having you. It's a work in progress. Tujja kuzobeko byonyonyola abantu baffe kubikwatagana ku masanyalaze. But others, we are very grateful. Thank you so much for the time you've spared for us.
Thank you very
much. Love from Spirit TV
to Era.
Wano tegagenda olaika mtu agalamu akensu. We gagendera nze nta.
We help jumpstart your day like this. Wake up call.